Good life. Why fentanyl addicts walk like zombies. Fatal side effects of fentanyl. The United States is at war with fentanyl, dubbed the devil's drug. Between 2015 and 2021, 210,000 people died from fentanyl overdose. More people die from fentanyl poisoning than from suicide and COVID-19. According to a 2022 report by Families Against Fentanyl, an American civic group, 209,491 people died from fentanyl overdoses between 2015 and 2021. Deaths have increased by more than 100% in almost every state since 2015. In Louisiana, deaths from fentanyl overdose have increased 24.6-fold since 2015, while deaths in Arizona and California have increased more than 20-fold. According to the Washington Post, WP, illegal fentanyl poisoning is the #1 cause of death among 18 to 49-year-olds in the United States. A street in Seattle, Washington. Some people stagger with their bodies bent forward at 90 degrees, while others are lying on the street as if they were drunk. Some people sit on benches or wheelchairs and stare blankly into space. These are all typical features of drug addicts. The number of deaths from drug addiction in Washington state is currently the biggest headache in the community, up 66% from 2 years ago. Fentanyl is at the center of an illegal drug that is rapidly spreading like an epidemic. In the past, drug addicts favored heroin, but now the trend has changed to fentanyl. Seattle authorities warned that you should assume that any illegal drug you buy on the street, online, or from a friend contains fentanyl. If this trend continues, it is highly likely that in the future we will see more and more people walking around like zombies on the streets of Seattle, he added. There were 107,000 drug-related deaths reported across the United States last year, a 44% increase from the previous year, more than gun and auto deaths combined. Fentanyl was the main cause in about 2/3 of these cases. Celebrity overdoses of fentanyl include rapper Mac Miller, who died in 2018, and pop singer Prince, who died in 2016. The biggest feature of fentanyl is its low price and strong effect. The reason why it became Seattle's representative street drug, overtaking heroin, was also because of its low price. In short, a kilogram of fentanyl in powder form bought for a few $1,000s can produce hundreds of thousands of pills worth millions of dollars. Currently, the price of fentanyl pills illegally sold in the United States is about $2 to $3, approximately $2,600 to $3,801 each, and even this price continues to fall. The powerful effects of fentanyl are also problematic. Even as little as 2 milligrams, the amount you get on the tip of a pencil lead, can be fatal because it exerts an effect up to 100 times more potent than morphine. However, although the effect is stronger than heroin, it only lasts about 20 minutes, so most people who are addicted take it 30 to 40 times a day. Fentanyl addiction is more serious because of Xylazine, which has recently gained notoriety as the most troublesome drug. Xylazine, also called tranq, is a sedative anesthetic for animals and can be easily purchased online as it is an FDA-approved drug. However, the problem is when it is mixed with fentanyl and used in the human body. The reason why Xylazine is mixed with fentanyl is to increase the short duration, which is the biggest drawback of fentanyl. Currently, the number of poisoning patients dying from Xylazine in the United States is gradually increasing. A drug and alcohol dependence study conducted in 10 U.S. cities found that in 2015, Xylazine accounted for only 0.36% of all fatal drug overdoses. But by 2020, that number had soared to 6.7%, with Philadelphia being the hardest hit, with a 31% surge in 2019 alone. Efforts are being made to solve and prevent drug addiction problems in each region. California Governor Gavin Newsom has budgeted $97 million to address the fentanyl addiction crisis. "This is our top priority," he said. There is no parent who does not understand the importance of the fentanyl crisis. It also ordered all schools to have an antidote against drug poisoning. Meanwhile, in 2022, the San Francisco AIDS Foundation worked with the San Francisco Department of Public Health, SFDPH, to distribute 40,000 doses of naloxone to the community, resulting in 5,127 treatments. The Boston Attorney's Office formed a New England Fentanyl Task Force in 2016 to track down and arrest illegal drug sellers on the streets of Massachusetts. So far, the special team has arrested more than 580 suspects and seized over 439 kilograms of heroin and fentanyl in the process. On the other hand, there is hope for vaccine development. Researchers at the University of Houston, Texas, drew attention after successfully developing a vaccine that could completely block the effects of fentanyl. Vaccination is expected to potentially save thousands of Americans from drug overdoses each year.